always lie to cover up his lie. And our people go for it. From there, let's look at the book of James, the first chapter. In the 17th verse. James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. See, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. It's powerful. That's why it says, he a man that he should lie? No. He's saying it, and you don't see no maybe. You don't say, you don't see him saying, you could do this, or there's a possibility. All these words are not in the Bible. But you have your mind trained to think that way. And he already told you he's not a man that he should lie. He's telling you what to do and how this works. Directions. See, the application of how to apply this in your life is something that a lot of times, you know, we can miss out on because we don't apply the Most High in our life as much as we should. So therefore, you're leaning on your own understanding. Look at St. John. John told us in St. John, the 3rd chapter, the 27th verse. John, the 3rd chapter, 27th verse. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. Same thing we just read. So you can receive nothing unless it be given you from heaven. The Most High gives it. So when you get something, all praise to the Most High. The water Most High. Thank you, Most High. And you just get used to it. And it becomes habit. Give him all the glory. He like to be, look, his name Jealous. He like to be boasted on. He like to be talked about. But people don't really talk about him much. They talk about whatever it is that they dealing with. Look what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 3:6. He said, I have planted. Paul said, I planted the seed. Apollos watered, another man watered. But the Most High gave the increase. See? So then neither he that had planted anything, anyone that called themselves, you know, that's why when men be saying, you belong to me, listen to what it says. Now he that planted and he that watereth are one. Excuse me. So then, verse 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase. You see? The Most High is the one that touched them to bring them to a Mashiach Yahushua. He already said, I'm the one that draws you to a Mashiach Yahushua, and a Mashiach Yahushua teaches you of the Father, and he's able to do the choosing. Because many are called, but few are chosen. So you want to be one of the chosen, I hope. He said, now he that planteth and he that watereth are one. One how? In the same mindset. And every man that shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. Hear that? So that's why you can't go on another man's labor, work and say, okay, I'm in there because I'm with him, I'm standing with him. No, you got to do your own work. You got to find your own work in this here. You got, when the books are open, they're going to be like, what did you do? See? We got to be building this nation. We got to bring ourselves, first and foremost, back to the Most High in righteousness so we can teach someone else how to come back to the Most High in righteousness. And not just dealing with what you always been taught, to be prideful and think you all that because you got a little something, something here, you know, a little something, something over here, you know, a little something, something over there, and now you all that. And where the Most High fit into what I just said? He don't. Jump up to verse 16. Well, let's read verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest. Hear that? Every man's work gonna be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. That's that word of the Most High. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. That fire is in Jeremiah 23:29. You're going to be judged by fire. That's the word of the Most High. Jeremiah 23:29. Hold that. In 1 Corinthians 3rd chapter. Is not my word like as a fire, said the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? So is this fire is his word. So now he's saying in 1 Corinthians 3:13, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, by the word of the Most High. That's how you're going to bring the judgment on everybody. And the fire, the word of the Most High, shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If a man's work abide which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. He will receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. If you're not going to be continually in this work, to please the Most High and do his will, you're going to suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. So if your works, even if you bring someone in, they go, but you're going to still stay with the fire, the word of the Most High, you're going to be all right. That's what he said. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? Talking to the Israelites. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, which is this body, him shall the Most High destroy. That's why we got to take care of our bodies. We got to look out what's best for us to eat and actually, you know, to exercise and do the things that's going to take care of our body. Because you destroy the body, you look at people that just not really cared about their body. That's a temple of the Most High. This rental body that he's given us. That's why I say, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. So you have to really look at how we conduct ourselves in these rental bodies that he's allowed us to have. And not, you know, doing things that would, just put it like this. The Most High and the Mashiach is in us. He says Spirit is in us. And you doing things that would defile him as he's in us. That's contrary to him being in you. You think about it, you do something to this body, he said he's going to destroy you, but if fire in the temple that is his. So he's going to destroy you. Next thing you know, you start getting jacked up. And you wonder why you're jacked up. Because you're the temple of the Most High. The Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. And you're not doing the right things for your body. With him in it. That's why it said, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy. Like he's holy. Which temple ye are. So, all these things, it counts. And it means something when we look at ourselves in our everyday life. To make sure that we're paying attention to what it is that he's told us. As you hear this truth, and then the book is closed, then you apply it in your life. Isaiah 48 and 1. Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. Who live in a house? Family of Jacob, a family. Which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. So all 12 tribes come out of the waters of Judah. Which swear by the name of the Most High, and make mention of the Most High power of Israel. He could have said power of every nation, but he said he's the power of the Israelites, power of Israel. But not in truth, you see. The majority of our people are not dealing with the laws and the commandments of the Most High. That's why it says, but not in truth, nor in righteousness. And we know the righteousness is defined in Deuteronomy 6:25. Keeping the commandments of the Most High. For they call themselves of the holy city, and stay themselves upon the power of Israel. The Most High power of hosts, armies, is his name. The Most High power of hosts, Most High power of angels is his name. He said, I have declared the former things from the beginning. He said, I declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth. Can't nobody gain, so he's not a man he should lie. He said, ain't gonna come back void, right? So they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. Man, that's cold. That's cold. When you think about it. He said he knew this. That's why he said, look, go to Ezekiel. The 2nd chapter. That's what he told Ezekiel. Let's start at verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even until this very day. Hear what he said? Even until this very day that we living in now. For they are impotent children and stiff-hearted. Hear that? He called us impotent children, stupid and silly, and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Most High power. Tell Israelites this. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them. Let you know they're going to be all kind of coming at you kind of hard, real hard. So don't be afraid of them. Neither be afraid of their words. They're going to come back with all these different types of words against you. Though briars and thorns be with thee, dang, and thou dost dwell among scorpions, That's what he calling them, scorpions. Briars and thorns and scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, looking at you all hard and crazy and so forth. Though they be a rebellious house, and thou shalt speak my words unto them. That's according to what this Bible is saying. Whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are most rebellious. Hear that? He's talking about us, children of Israel. Look at Ezekiel 3 and 5. Well, let's read verse 4. Ezekiel 3 and 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or of a hard language. They understand what you're saying, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto me. Thee. Hear that? If I sent you to, gave you another language and sent you to these other heathen nations, they would have listened to you. But the house of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, will not hearken unto thee. But they will not hearken unto me. You hear that? But the house of Israel, that's why when they don't want to listen, they're most rebellious, as he's saying. You think about it, it's like, okay, well, they most rebellious. They fit right into this category. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. They ain't going to listen to you, Ezekiel. But they will not hearken unto me. They won't even listen to me. The Most High is telling this. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces. And thy forehead, the mind, the way we think, strong against their foreheads, the way they think. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. How many times you got to say it? Over and over and over and over again. A rebellious. He said most rebellious. So they ain't going to listen to you because they won't even listen to me. Wow. That's why we got to come out of this state of mind. And we're going to do it by looking at this Bible and following the solutions that work. And the Most High going to have pity on us. Going back to Isaiah 48. Verse 4. Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is as an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. Most rebellious he called us. I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I showed it thee. Lest thou shouldest say, mine idol. Hear that? Have done them. Then we say, hey, this idol that I have done it. He know. Because you got people praying to all kind of things. Mine idol have done them. And my graven image, and my molten image, have commanded them. Thou hast heard. See all this? And will not ye declare it? I have showed thee new things from this time, even hidden things, and thou didst not know them. Things, that's prophecy of things that come to pass in the future. Told us what happened in the past, the present, and the future. They are created now, and not from the beginning, even before the day when thou heardest them not. Lest thou shouldest say, behold, I knew them. You see how he's getting the glory? Say, I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that done it. Yeah. Thou heardest not? Yeah. Thou knewest not? Yeah. From that time that thy ear was not open. For I knew that thou wouldst deal very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb. Ooh, man. You hear that? He said he knew that we would deal very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb. What did he say? For my name's sake, again. He said, for his name's sake, will I defer mine anger. And for my praise, will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. He said, I ain't going to cut you all the way off. For his name's sake, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. We got to be afflicted. Since he said, hey, in your affliction, you're going to seek me early. So he said, he's going to bring this affliction on us. You wonder why. Yeah, he already said he's going to do it. For mine own sake. You hear that? Once again. For mine own sake. Like he said in verse 9. For my name's sake. Yah, Shar Allah. He said, for my own sake. Even for mine own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? That's why he said, for my name's sake. His name is in our name. Yah, Shar Allah. How should his name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. That's why Mashiach Shai said, as the glory of the Most High, that he asked for the glory that he had in St. John 17:5, that he had before the beginning of the world. So I will not give my glory to another. That's why Mashiach Shai said in Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Point blank. So, we the ones messed up. We the ones that decided that we're going to do what we're going to do. And not do what he say do. Look at Isaiah 51. Those that's trying to do what's right. Hearken to me. Listen to me. Ye that follow after righteousness. Ye that seek the Most High. In our affliction. Repenting. Seeking after righteousness, which is keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Ye that seek the Most High. Remember, say you're going to seek my face. Look unto the rock which ye have hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. Look unto Abraham your father. Remember it says, seek out those of old, our forefathers. He said, look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. But the Most High shall comfort Zion. He gonna comfort we the children of Israel. We are Zion. He say he gonna comfort Zion. That's why you look at verse 16, Isaiah 51:16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. So when you see Zion, it's talking about the Most High's people, or sometimes it's talking about the land. But primarily it's here, it's talking about Zion, thou art my people. See? It's talking about Jerusalem, talking about the people from the land, which are the Israelites. Verse 3, for the Most High shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden. We got to go in the wilderness. He's going to make the wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Most High. Joy and gladness shall be found therein. Thanksgiving and the voice of melody, singing songs and so forth. Happiness. Hearken unto me, O my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation. 12 tribes of Israel. For a law shall proceed from me. For a law shall proceed from me. But we ain't under the law. But he said, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near. My law is near. This which is the righteousness. Deuteronomy 6:25. My salvation is gone forth, and mine arms shall judge the people. You know about his arms. His arms gonna judge the people. The isles, the islands shall wait upon me, and on my arms shall they trust. So he got his righteous arm, and he got the one that's dealing with evil, those that draw evil to them. Verse 7, he said, hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, ye that know the laws of the Most High. The people in whose heart is my law. The people in whose heart, which is the way you think, is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men. Don't fear the reproach of men, the disgrace that men gonna bring upon you. Neither be ye afraid of their revelings, their revilings, going back and forth with you. For the moth shall eat them up. You hear that? The moth gonna eat them up like a garment. And a worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness, the Most High's laws, shall be forever. And my salvation, powers from authority on this earth, from generation to generation. Awake, awake. So wake up, wake up. Put on strength, O arm of the Most High. Awake, as in the ancient days, in the generation of old. Art thou not it that hath cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art thou not it which hath dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that have made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Remember we went through the Red Sea on dry ground? Therefore the redeemed of the Most High shall return and come with singing unto Zion. Hear that? The redeemed, that's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel gonna come. They're gonna return back to the land, New Jerusalem, in a land of a purified land, a new earth, a new heavens. And everlasting joy shall be upon. Everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldst be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man, which shall be made as grass? And forgetteth the Most High thy part maker, that hath stretched forth the heavens, and laid the foundations of the earth, and hath feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy? And where is the fury of the oppressor now that you in the kingdom? It's heard no more. It don't exist. And he don't exist. No more. Look at Isaiah 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake again. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Say, put on thy strength, O Zion, O 12 tribes of Israel. He say, put on thy beautiful garments. Hear that? Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, O Israelites, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Ain't nobody that's not dealing with these laws, statutes, commandments gonna come amongst us. The unclean, They're not going to come among us because we're cleaned up. Like he said in St. John 15:3. Now you are clean through the word that I'm speaking unto you. Shake thyself from the dust. Stop being in the lowest state, he's saying. Arise, Chroma Yasharallah, and sit down, O Israelites, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck. What's on your neck, your head? Stop thinking wrong. O captive daughter of Zion. Stop thinking like the enemy would have you. For thus said the Most High Power, ye have sold yourself for nothing. For naught means you have sold yourself for nothing. And ye shall be redeemed without money. I don't care how much money you have. You'll be redeemed without money. Money don't mean nothing to the Most High. You're going to be redeemed without money. See. But thus said the Most High Power, my people went down aforetime into Egypt when they had the famine to sojourn there, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause. Now, therefore, what have I here, said the Most High, that my people is taken away for naught, for nothing? They that rule over them make them to howl. That's a lot of affliction. Said the Most High, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. Wow. He said his name every day is blasphemed. That's serious. That's serious as serious can be. Every day the Most High's name is blasphemed. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that does speak. Behold, it is I. You're going to know. That's why you look at all the things that he done for us and doing for us. And it's like we still got to exalt him. We still got to give him all the praise forever and ever and ever. And not fall short of the glory of the Most High because of our sins. Look at Deuteronomy 32. Verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. We provoked the Most High to anger, to jealousy with strange gods. Strange gods. Like where they come from? Gods have newly popped up, just like these religions. What religion can we read about here in the law of the Most High? Name it. Y'all like to talk about Hebrew Israelites, but name your religion in this law right here. Then he's talking to the Israelites. Then he said, you got to follow the Baptist church. You got to follow the Jehovah's Witnesses. You got to follow this right here in the laws that he gave us. You're not going to find it. That's why he said, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods or idols whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Most High saw it, like he's seeing it now, nothing new under the sun. He abhorred them. He hated us because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. He hated us because of that. And here we are now, caught up in the same situation and trying to justify our wrong. Psalms 106 and 35. But we, the children of Israel, were mingled among the heathen, these other nations, and learned their works. The Most High told us in Jeremiah 10th chapter, verse 1 and 2. He told us this. Hear ye the word of the Most High. Hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Most High power, learn not the way of the heathen. He said, learn not the way of the heathen, these other nations, outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed of them. That's why he told us in Psalm 96 and 5, these are the things that should really penetrate your mind to believe and receive. Psalms 96 and 5, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Most High made the heavens. That's why he said, hey, don't be just made of the size of heaven, because the heathen are just made of them. The sun, the moon, all these things are gods, the stars and all that. So now, Psalms 106 and 35 again. But were mingled among the heathen, these other nations, and learned their works. And they served their idols. You see? Served their idols, which was a snare unto them. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. Hear that? Just a moment.